Welcome to Rauta's post-workout opinion video. Why I say post-workout is because when I train hard enough, my brain starts kind of filled with blood, rushing with loads of different ideas. And even though I had a totally different opinion video prepared for this week, this suddenly came to my mind as a combination of my breakout pauses, that is reading stuff on my phone, news this time, and then training. Now the thing is that, this could be faced from many angles, but I tried to find one or two proper ones here. So last weekend there was a indoor metal festival, should I say extreme metal festival, a festival called Steelchaos in Helsinki, Finland. This festival was now arranged for the first time. It's kind of a continuation to Steelfest Open Air Festival, which then again has been already out there for like 4 times, I think, and which we covered with a couple of interviews early this summer, which actually happened to be our first interview with Rauta. Now the thing is that I know that these guys organizing Steelfest are very talented individuals. They know how to set up a wonderful underground metal festival with, good lineup, good bands, everything just works pretty damn well. First I was going to actually go to this Steelchaos indoor festival myself, but alas, too much stuff going on, day job and family and all that stuff. So no go for me this time. It was a little bit of disappointment. I know there were plenty of cool bands. You can pretty much Google up the lineup and you understand why I'm disappointed. But then again, lucky for me, I've seen most of the good bands there already, so it was not on my top 1 priority list. Well, anyway, basically I thought that since I wasn't going there anyway, no interviews, no kind of a coverage, nothing to report about this very festival. But little did I know, because on Saturday something very special happened. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of this very festival and this very gig. I'm gonna talk to you in a few seconds, but use your YouTube, use your searching skills, and you will surely find this video of this gig. Now, a little bit of Steelchaos before I get into the details. It's an indoor festival with basically more on the extreme side. That is black metal, death metal, maybe something other related to these kind of genres, but that is the kind of the basic foundation of which this setup is built upon, much like Steelfest. So 2 days, lots of wonderful bands, more or less interesting ones, more or less good ones, and usually something cool is bound to happen. But this time I wouldn't actually use the word cool or fantastic, because when Right for Revenge entered the stage on Saturday, something very unusual happened. That is because they had already recruited a kind of infamous noise core or power electronic / noise, or I'm not totally sure which sub-genre we are talking about here, but the band called Bizarre Uproar, which is very, very extreme in their kind of performance art and their music. Well, if noise and stuff like that doesn't ring your bell, Google it up and you kind of understand what kind of music or noise we're talking about when we talk about power electronics, noise and other related genres. But it's not only the music that is extreme when this particular band is mentioned, because they are also infamous, doing kind of a fetish stuff. And I'm not talking just about, your rubber suit or latex suits and, these bondage masks or, sadomasochistic stuff, domination and, well, bondage and all that stuff. I'm also talking about piss, excrements, even dead animals. And that is exactly what happened this time. But still going a bit further than usual stuff. So there were people on stage doing their own performance art while Ride for Revenge was playing their gig. And as much as I know, there was just a basic idea which was agreed what was supposed to happen on the stage. We do not know the details, and I kind of have the courtesy not to ask these guys because that's beyond the point. And you'll get it once I get there. Be patient, please. So there was this kind of a SM thingy, and people having their faces on boxes filled with certain liquids, maybe blood or other, I don't know what kind of stuff. They were pissing on stage. There were dead animal, at least one dead rat, which I guess was skinned on the stage. I'm not sure totally in which phase, but like I said, if you are going to Google it up, do it at your own discretion. It's totally not safe work kind of material you're looking at. So take my word for that, unless you're really, really curious to know firsthand what was about to happen. Now, these kind of dead animal thingies are not that uncommon. Well, maybe uncommon, but they are definitely not unique stuff to happen on stage when you're talking about extreme metal. I've been on gigs where dead rats have been, flying through there because a member of a band started flying them. I've been on a gigs where blood has been spraying. I've been doing myself back in the like late 90s, early 2000 something, when we were playing our black metal on stage. So that is not that uncommon, that is not so unheard of. But pissing, well, definitely was not our cup of tea. And when I'm talking about more kind of that stuff, I mean taking a dump on people, excrements, feces, whatever word you want to use for the brown, not so nice, fudgy stuff. Not only it was done, they're kind of a third coming down on people, but then came this little twist in the plot that kind of a brown stuff started, flying on the people in the audience. Just because some person got this idea that, hey, I might be doing that. And that's when the show was stopped. It was reported that no audience got hit by the pieces of feces that were flown in the air, but nobody knows for sure. At least nobody hasn't reported for getting that brown gluey stuff on their clothes or head or whatever. But what I can read from the social media pages is that people are actually annoyed, even disturbed. And this goes even as far as the typical black metal audience, which is, like I said, used to seeing dead animals on stage, be it pig heads or crucified dead animals or, just whatever, being sprayed with blood and gore and I don't know, even intestines. And if this was G.G. Allen gig, I guess people would be just, expecting some kind of sperm or, piss and other stuff to be thrown at, them. And that would be like something to be, like I said, expected. Yeah, like we go see G.G. Allen, keep it coming, man. But like I said, this was a black metal gig, which at least what I know from Ride for Revenge, many years and seen them live a couple of times, it's not the type of band that actually is like, hey, let's throw some liquid fart on all people. So that was unexpected, and then when the show stopped, and one of the main guy behind the festival, the promoter, actually went on stage, apologized for whatever happened, and said that they will pay the expenses if there's something about cleaning or taking care of somebody's clothes or whatever consequences would be because of these turds being thrown at people or that sort. Of course, there are other expenses as well, like, I don't know what exactly happened to the amplifiers and whatnot, but it was said that there was like piss on the stage floor and, maybe guitar cables and all that stuff. So, not so nice way to actually get that stuff done. But those guys handle it totally cool, a professional way. So my hats off to these guys, or this very promoter guy, his name if you do know the festival, for handling that perfectly well. Now my question is, dear audience, dear viewers, what is your opinion about this kind of stuff being done at gigs? And now remember, we are not talking about your average Iron Maiden or Bon Jovi gig. We're talking about extreme metal gig, where you are, kind of prepared to see something unusual to happen. Maybe it's blood, maybe it's something else than sweat, and when you talk and spit comes out of your mouth. We're talking about death, dead animals, and blood and stuff like that. When we're talking about piss and feces and all that stuff, how much is too much? What is your opinion? How far you would be willing to go? What would you do if you got some, I don't know, blood, piss, vomit, feces, dead animals, I don't know, your grandma's glass eye thrown at you? What would you do? How much is enough? What is cool and what is not cool? How would you react? What if it was your girlfriend or boyfriend there and he or she would get this, I don't know, spleen of an animal or a turd thrown at him or her? What would be your reaction? Please tell me, because I'm interested in hearing your opinion. No, I'm not judging anybody here. I know my personal limits, and I would not, enjoy getting turd on my face. Definitely not. Would I punch somebody for it? I don't know, to be honest. Probably not. But then again, I'm not a man of violence. Anyway, this is not my opinion that is on stake here. It's yours. Please let me know what you think, and maybe we get another round of response coming up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, and if you like our channel, do some subscribing somewhere over there. Thank you, and see you soon. Stay metal.